you be so happy, Tim, when we haven't eaten for nearly 2 whole days? My stomach shit is growling like my throat is cut.
Well, you build up a couple of notches, it'll be quiet.
But I don't have any more notches left.
Chito, it's the Overland Telegraph.
It's just a lot of poles and wire.
It's more than that. It's progress. It's a link between the East and the West.
Well, if you said it was a link of big, fat, juicy sausages, I might be interested.
Someday when that's finished, you can send a message clear to California.
California? I got a girl there, Pepita. Ah, Pepita. With the little devils dancing in her big black eyes. I sent her 2 messages on the telegraphs.
I thought that'd take your mind off your stomach. Come on, there must be a job in this part of the country somewhere. Keep him over the hill. Come on.
Santa Maria!
How in the world did a man ever get in a position like that?
Well, maybe it's not a man. Maybe it's a monkey.
Who's calling me a monkey? Get me out of here!
It's a girl.
Come on, I can't last much longer.
Stay right there, senorita. I get you. I help you. You stay right there. I come.
Here, hold the horse. All right, we'll get you down in a second.
Hurry up, will you?
Don't go away, senorita. We'll help you.
Up a little bit. Just a minute. Now stand on my shoulder. Okay. There you go.
I say you, senorita. Are you all right, senorita?
I'm fine, thank you.
How did you ever get caught in a position like that?
To tell you the truth, I don't know.
My name's Holt, Tim Holt.
I'm Terry Muldoon.
Muldoon. Do you hear that, Tim? She is Irish like me. We are countrymen. All the world knows that first you have to love your own countrymen.
Wait a minute. You're Irish?
Oh, si, senorita. My name is Chito Jose Gonzalez Bustamante Rafferty.
And that Somali outfit?
Oh, please, senorita. I mean my little shamrock. The Irish is for my father.
The Spanish is for love, but now's not the time. Get Miss Muldoon's hat. Pardon me if I seem curious, but what are you doing with these?
Well, we're getting interference somewhere along the line. Probably a faulty installation.
Don't tell me you're with the telegraph outfit.
My father has the line contract, so we're building it. He calls me his right-hand man.
Well, maybe you could use 2 good left hands, senorita.
We're cowhands. We're looking for a job, all right, but we don't know anything about pole setting. Come on, we better mosey along. Let Miss Muldoon get back to her work.
I do have a full day's work ahead. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Adios.
Oh, just a minute, Mr. Holt. You might try the Army post for a job. Our finishing this section of telegraph means the disbanding of the outpost. Colonel Marvin might need some help moving his wagons and livestock.
Well, thanks.
Join the Army? Oh, Chiquita, Colleen, have a heart. We'd rather sit on the post with you, little shamrock.
We're going to try and get that job, Casanova. Which way is the Army post?
Just follow the telegraph to our supply base and then turn off to the left. Fort Craig is just on the other side of that ridge.
Oh, thanks. We'll listen to how we came out.
All right.
Every time I meet a pretty girl, you have to go along and spoil it by thinking of work.
You're the one that complained about being hungry.
Oh, hello, Marion. Hello, Colonel. I got your message. The sergeant said it was important.
Yes, it is.
Sit down. Anything to do with the rumor going around Mesa City that these 3 outposts are disbanding? Sit down. It isn't a rumor. It's a fact. I've been ordered to get our men and equipment out of the territory. Well, but what about my contract to keep these posts and supplies? That's why I sent for you. Here's a communication from headquarters ordering me to give you 30 days' notice of termination. 30 days? But that's out of the question, Colonel. I can't get rid of my stock that fast. I've just bought new supplies. I've gone into debt. I'm sorry, Manning, but our outposts are no longer needed with the coming of telegraph. So we're moving back to headquarters. Same thing's happening clear across the country with all our outposts. Why the devil didn't Muldoon tip me off his telegraph was going to run me out of business and ruin me? Oh, come on now, son. Be reasonable. It's not Terrence Muldoon's fault. It's not his business to know that you are overstocked with Army goods. You know that. Well, maybe you're right, but I still think he might have warned me. Well, I should say that he assumed that you knew what to expect. Now, I'd like to help you, son, but I'm afraid I can't. I can appreciate your position, Colonel. But I'm going to do something about it myself. What, I don't know yet, but I'll do it. Anyway, thanks for your kindness.
Nellie Bly, bring the broom along. We'll sweep the kitchen clean, my dear, and have a little song. Hi, Nellie, ho, Nellie, listen, love to me. I'll sing for you, play for you, a dulcet melody. Hi, Nellie, ho, Nellie, listen, love to me. I'll sing for you, play for you, a dulcet melody. Nellie Bly had a voice like a turtle dove. I hear it in the meadow and I hear it in the
Brad,
grove.
I've got to talk to you and Stella.
What's the matter? You look worried.
I am. Let's get back to your office.
All right,
come on.
Hi, Nellie, oh, Nellie, listen, love to me. I'll sing for you, play for you, a dulcet melody. Hi, Nellie, oh, Nellie, listen, love to me. I'll sing for you, play for you, a dulcet melody.
Oh, forget it.
Paul, darling. What's the matter?
Paul thinks the world's caving in on him because the Army canceled his contract.
Well, isn't it? How am I going to pay you back that $20,000 you loaned me to finance that contract?
I told you that was the last thing you had to worry about. And if you never pay me back, so what? I've lost more than $20,000 out there on the turn of a card.
That's different. You're rich. You can afford it. Every cent I've got is tied up in this deal. If I lose that contract, it means I'll have to change all my plans.
But, Paul, does that include our marriage? Are you thinking of calling it off?
Well, that's nonsense.
Is it? Why should any woman start out with a failure? A man in debt up to his ears.
But, Paul, darling, don't you see I'm marrying you because I love you, not because you were going to be rich?
It wouldn't be fair.
Now, look, you're being ridiculous. You get a little jolt and you go off half-cocked. Nobody's lost anything yet. You can lick this thing, and you can unload those supplies.
Well, I want to, but how? I've racked my brain for the answer. You tell me.
You'll figure something out, and I'll help you. Now go on home and sleep on it.
It'll be all right, darling. I know it.
Maybe you're right. I guess with a friend like you, Brad, a fellow just can't lose.
You skip the bouquets. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, darling.
Good night.
And as for you, young lady, you'd better be on that Crockerville stage in the morning to go get that wedding dress, or I'll fetch it for you.
Brad Roberts, I don't know how to say it. You're just so...
Crazy to let my main attraction get away. Place will be like a morgue when you're gone.
Brad, you're not fooling me.
All right, so I'm not fooling you. But Paul's tops. I wouldn't want to lose to a better man.
Thanks, Brad. Well, I better change and get back to work.
pretty girl I meet in days, and you have to drag my way to a job we don't get.
I'll stop griping. Colonel gave us 2 square meals, put us up for the night, and gave us feed and bed for the horses. What more do you want? Let's ride down and thank Miss Muldoon anyway.
That's the best idea I've had since...
I know, since the Colonel said let's eat. Come on.
What's that?
An explosion. It's up over the hill. Come on.
Tear down that tent! Cut that wire! Burn out the fire!
Telegraph supply base.
Hey, they're wrecking him!
Come on. Hey, below, look! Hurry it up! Got me in the leg. Get on your horse. Come on, get out of here.
Come on, what are you waiting for?
We have a wounded man. Put out that fire.
Come to Senorita.
Pete, are you all right?
I think so. They just slugged him a little. Chito, bring some water. We were coming back from the post when we heard the explosion.
Yes, I heard it too. I thought something must have touched off our supply of dynamite. An accident, maybe.
There was no accident, Senorita. 6-masked hombres.
Yes, I know. I saw the whole thing from the ridge. I saw you chased them off. Our whole supply of wire has been ruined. It'll take weeks before we can get any more. You don't know what that means.
I think we do, Miss Muldoon.
We do all we can to save them.
That's not important now. The point is, who would do all this?
I'm not sure.
Chito and I'll try and run that bunch down. I'm pretty sure we hit the one that was cutting the wire. Come on, Chito.
See, like fleas on a mad dog, I'm just itching to
Hurry
catch
up.
up.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
See, little Collie. Chito, he come back as soon as he can. He take care of you.
Make it. I gotta stop.
Hold it, fellas. Cut his pants so we can take a look at it.
Tim. 1, 2 drops of blood.
I knew I hit one of them. Come on, up that trail.
Bleeding like a stuck hog.
I gotta get to a doctor.
Yeah, I know. Wait till I get a tourniquet on it.
Baloo, look. Those 2 guys are trailing us.
Help me get him on his horse. You fellas circle down through the canyon. Get him off our trail. I'll get Steve into town.
canyon.
Wait a minute.
What for? If we don't hurry, we lose them, maybe.
There's only 4 of them. Where are the other 2? Especially the one that was hurt.
Don't ask me so many questions. Every time you do, you give me a headache.
They've been here all right, then they split up. We hit one of them, he's bleeding pretty badly.
Well, if he's hurt, maybe he's still around. Let's look.
I don't think so. The reason they split up is because the injured man needed a doctor. Where would you go if you needed one?
To town.
That's right. Let's go and see if my hunch is right.
Leave me here and go get the doc. Hurry up. Grit your teeth and hang on. We got to get out of here.
I think my hunch was right, Chito.
See, 2 horses and at the doctor's office.
What happened to him?
He got shot.
What about the telegraph supply base? You wreck it?
We couldn't quite finish it. A couple of strangers showed up. We left in a hail of bullets.
Tell him about it later. You got to help me before I bleed to death.
Better tighten that tourniquet.
Nobody in there, Chito, not even the doctor.
No? But the horses. The wounded man cannot fly.
If you had a wounded man on your hands and there was a saloon close by, what would you do?
Oh, I'd drop the wounded man and go to the saloon because maybe I meet Chiquito.
I don't mean girls. A man that's half out would want some whiskey.
That bullet's got to come out quick.
Well, give me a slug of whiskey and get it out.
Tell Lou to give you a bottle of whiskey.
Lou, give me a bottle of whiskey. Come here, look. The 2 that ran us off. They must have spotted our horses. You can't take that bullet out now. He's liable to yell his head off.
You get out the back way and get rid of the horses. I'll handle this.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'll make it look like he shot himself. Get that doctor in here legitimately. Now go and get the horses away.
No, senorita, you look just like Pepita in California.
We haven't got time for that now.
Lou, get Doc Watson, quick. Steve, the drunken fool, just shot himself in the leg.
Wait a minute, bartender. We just left Dr. Watson's office. He's not in.
Well, try his house. Get him somewhere.
Hey, we see the wounded man? Maybe we can be of some help.
Thank you, sir. We'll manage.
Come on, Chito.
That hombre must be plenty drunk to shoot himself.
I wonder if he did.
What you mean by that?
Nothing. Let's get on and keep our eye on those horses.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Maybe we was wrong.
I wonder.
When I go back to the saloon, I keep an eye on...
Oh, no, you don't. You're just anxious to get back to that dance hall girl. We're going out and see if Miss Muldoon needs any help.
But if I go on back to the...
No.
Now get out of here before I blow you to pieces.
But this is crazy. You gotta listen to me.
You don't fool me, Paul Manning.
But I don't understand. Why do you think that I do this to you and your father? Cause all this destruction?
Who else would have any reason to? You found out that closing all the outposts would run you out of business. So you decided to stop us by dumping all those supplies on the Army.
That's not true. You're jumping to conclusions. If I did it or had my men do it, why would I be here now?
To cover up. If those weren't your men, you hired a pack of gunslingers to do the rotten job for you.
If your father were here, he'd know different.
When he gets back in the morning, he'll handle things. He'll take care of you and every one of your gunslingers, and I'll help him. Now climb on that horse and get out of here.
I'll take it up with your father.
Stay away from this camp or I'll kill you on sight.
Don't you think threatening to kill a man is pretty strong language, Miss Muldoon? If you're wrong about him, you might get yourself in serious trouble.
I'm as right about Paul Manning as the bead on this gun.
But such a little girl like you, senorita, has no business with such a big gun. It is a man's job, Chiquita mia.
I think you've got something there, Mr. Rafferty. The colonel didn't give you that job, did he?
No, we were on our way back here to thank you anyway when we ran into this mess.
How would you like to get paid for the sort of thing you did this morning?
You mean big gunslingers for you?
That's right. I'm taking no chances on what Paul Manning might try next. Do you want the job?
We'll take it.
Good. Your first one will be to meet the Crockerville stage tomorrow morning. My father will be on it carrying a $10,000 payroll and supply money. I want him protected.
We'll be there, Miss Muldoon. And first, I want to tell you that we
Tell
found
me
those...
about it when you come out to the construction camp for supper tonight. I sent Pete up there, and I'm anxious to see if he's feeling better.
All right.
But, amigo, how can we be gunslingers and still not stay out of jail sometimes?
What are you squawking about? You practically begged for it. It is a man's job, Chiquita mia. All right, you've got one. Throw that in just in case she is right about Paul Manning.
$280, $300. That the right amount, Baloo?
That's right.
I want to thank you, Brad, for getting this man to do the job.
What about the man who got shot? Steve's going to be laid up for quite a long time.
Of course. I didn't think. He's entitled to something. Another 100 be all right?
Well, that's fair enough.
Well, that settles that. I've got my delay, and the Army has to stay and like it. Thanks again, Brad. I've got to get back to the office. Oh, and Brad, Stella isn't ever to hear about this, that I had anything to do with it.
Well, of course not. Didn't I tell you you were lucky she was out of town for a while?
Thanks again.
He's all right. He's cheap as dirt. He just saved himself about $50,000. What did he pay for it? A measly $400. Yeah, that is kind of cheap. How'd you like to make yourself some real money? Sort of a second installment on the same deal. Say about $10,000.
What do you mean on the same deal?
Manning started this, but I'm going to finish it in a way that'll put a noose around his neck before he knows what hit him. And I don't think Terry Muldoon's going to wait for the law to do it either.
But I thought you were his friend.
Let's say I have my own reasons for wanting to get even with Paul. Now, you interested?
Sure, I'm interested. When and where do I get the second installment?
You know the road to Crockerville?
Yeah?
Well, I happen to know that tomorrow morning's stage going over that road's going to be carrying Terrence Muldoon. Right here's Rocky Pass. Now, at this point on the road,
and me very happy, Mr. Muldoon, if you and your daughter would come to our wedding.
Sure, and we'd be honored to do just that, miss. I've enjoyed my dealings with Mr. Manning. You'll be getting yourself a fine husband, miss.
I think so.
And he'll be getting more than his share of a pretty woman. And that's no blarney.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad I changed my mind about waiting for tomorrow's stage. You've made the trip so pleasant.
Well, thank you, miss.
Muldoon, that stagecoach before this.
Maybe she break down or something.
I wonder. We better hurry along.
All right, mister, give me that bag.
No, you don't. Oh, no, you...
Let's get out of here.
The driver, Chito. Mr. Muldoon, isn't it?
Yes. They shot him in cold blood. Is he dead?
No, but he's in pretty bad shape.
The driver, he's done. Finished.
They shot him when he tried to help.
Come on, we've got to get Mr. Muldoon to the doctor. Give me a hand. Quick. Right up.
It was at Rocky Pass, Sheriff. 2 masked men. They took my purse, too, and got away up through the rocks.
You men take the driver over to the undertaker. Come on, Tom. We're getting a posse and go after those two.
Stella!
Oh, Paul.
I didn't expect you till tomorrow. Darling, are you all right? They didn't hurt you.
No, I'm fine. But they might have shot me, too, if it wasn't for the new Muldoon men.
Well, but Terrence Muldoon, what happened to him?
They almost killed him to get his payroll money. Paul, you're white as a sheet.
I'd say he has reason to be, Miss Scott.
See, like he was the only one with a reason to blow up the St. Rita supply
That's
camp.
enough, Chito. At any rate, Manning, you have plenty of explaining to do to the sheriff.
I don't know what you're talking
Please,
about.
Paul. The sheriff's gone with the posse, Mr. Holt. Are you saying that Paul's responsible for this awful thing?
If he thinks that, he's crazy.
I could be wrong. We have laws to decide a man's guilt or innocence. But with one man already murdered and another apt to die, and the circumstances pointing towards you, Manning, you're going to jail as one likely suspect. Chito, take him and have him locked up. Keep an eye on him for the sheriff. I'm going after Terry.
Stella, I swear to you, I didn't have anything to do with this.
You heard what Tim said, senor. Get going with this gun will make you look like a sieve.
here and keep your eyes peeled.
Well, how'd it go?
Fine.
What about Muldoon?
Dead as a doornail.
Good.
We had to plug the driver, too. Say, why didn't you tell me that queen of yours was going to be on that stage?
Stella?
Sure. We had to take this away from her just to make it look good.
If you laid your filthy hands on her, I'll break every bone.
Wait a minute. Take it easy. Nobody touched her. You think I'm crazy? I've known all along what she means to you.
That happens to be my business. All right, that's your split. You can take care of Joe out of there.
Wait a minute. Nobody said anything about there being a split.
You didn't think I wasn't going to cut in on this, did you? Now take your money and get going. And burn that satchel on the way.
How is he?
He just passed away. I'm sorry for her, Tim. Dreadfully sorry.
You better start feeling sorry for Manning. He has murder to worry about.
Manning. So that's who did it. He knew the loss of that money would really ruin us, so he killed my father to get it.
I don't believe it.
Terry, we have to be sure. It's possible.
I am sure. Sure enough to kill Paul Manning right now.
Terry!
Get out of my way, Tim Holt.
You can't take the law into your own hands like this.
I said get out of my way. I'll let you have it.
Terry, be sensible. Thanks, Stella.
Just who are you working for? Me or Paul Manning or his girlfriend?
Seems to be up to you at the moment.
That's right, it is. So you're fired. And that goes for that pesky friend of yours, too. I don't need your help. I've got an army of loyal men out at that camp who'll tear the jail apart to get Paul Manning for killing my father. And I'm going after them right now.
Tim, you've got to do something. Well, aren't you going to stop her?
How? You can't argue with a woman in that frame of mind.
But they'll lynch Paul.
Not if he isn't here. Come on, I want to talk to him.
Wait here, Joe. I'm going over there and see what's going on.
Chito and I'll hide you somewhere, Manning, but first you have to tell us one thing. You did have something to do with the wrecking of that supply base, didn't you?
Yes. But I don't know anything about the Muldoon holdup and killing.
I'm willing to believe that, Manning. But who helped you blow up the camp?
Well, what difference does that make? It was my idea to get the delay that I needed. I paid for it. Why should I involve those who only tried to help me? And another thing, Holt. I'm staying right here. I appreciate your offer to try and hide me, but I'm not running away for something I didn't do.
But, Paul, the sheriff isn't here to protect you. Terry and her men will kill you.
Let him come. I'm not running. Besides, look what it'd do to our wedding. It's set for Sunday.
Tim, will you take him to Crockerville? I'll meet you there Sunday and we'll be married just the same.
Married? Well, then Chito be your best man. He rehearsed now by kissing the bride.
Chito. Is Crockerville all right with you, Manning?
Well, I don't know. I've made such a mess of things now.
What kind of a man are you, anyway? Here's a woman willing to marry you with a cloud hanging over your head, and still you hesitate.
It's not that. Stella knows I'd marry her any place, any time.
Well, that settles it. Stella, you better run along so we can get going with Paul. Chito, see if you can dig up an extra horse.
See what I say, senorita? Tim and me, we always fix everything.
Yes, and you always talk too much. Now go get those horses and bring them here.
Si, pronto.
Come on, I gotta see Brad.
Come in. What are you doing back here? Something wrong?
It all depends on how you look at it. Manning was arrested, all right. And the Muldoon girl's on her way to lynch him.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted.
I wouldn't say exactly, because Stella's still gonna marry Manning.
Well, how can she with him locked up in jail, about to be lynched?
I didn't say he was still in jail.
Wait a minute. Stop playing cat and mouse with me and stop talking in circles.
I'm trying to tell you that the cowpoke and the Mexican don't like lynchings. So they're taking Manning to Crockerville until the heat is off.
Stella's going with him?
No, but she's gonna follow him in time to marry him Sunday anyway. Looks like you went to a lot of trouble for nothing.
You think so? Here's $1,000. Get out on that Crockerville road and stop Manning.
Just 1,000? I'd say the job's worth 5,000. And it still wouldn't cost you anything.
You want all the Muldoon payroll, huh?
That's right. I'm taking Joe along so we won't miss. Joe wasn't very happy with his cut the last time.
All right, here's the rest of it.
Thanks. I'll see you in town later. I'll have some news for you.
Mighty decent of you and Holt to help me, but why is he staying ahead? Why can't we ride together?
And get shot at like we barrels full of fishes? Oh, no, senor. Tim is too smart to let that happen.
Does he think the telegraph bunch is going to try and ambush?
See, the little senorita, she's plenty angry. Anything she can happen. Like snap. Quick, so.
That cowpoke. But he's alone.
There they are. Get set.
Hold it!
Get away. Keep this one covered. I'll take care of Manning. Better do something to stop that bleeding for the time being.
Who the devil were they?
I don't know. One of them got away. Chito's holding the other one up there. I thought that maybe you could identify him.
Oh.
Hurt pretty bad?
Oh, it'll be all right. I want to see who it is he has up there.
All right, I'll help you on your horse. Take it easy now. You all right? Try and keep that arm up.
So, my foul feather friend, you still won't talk, huh?
You know, how can he talk when you keep knocking him out?
But I only clunk him a little when he don't tell me who he is. 4 times I ask him, and 4 times he say go.
I've never seen him before.
Please, Tim, just once more, Chito, get him to talk.
I ain't telling nobody nothing.
I think he's a telegraph man, all right.
You better tie him up, Chito.
See, that would be a pleasure.
You know, you can't go on to Crockerville, and we can't turn back and risk another ambush. We'll have to hide you out someplace. We don't know this part of the country. Maybe you can suggest someplace.
Brad Roberts has a ranch down over there on the other side of that hill.
Brad Roberts?
Stella's boss. He owns a saloon and casino.
You sure he'll hide you out and not turn you in?
He's my best friend. I've asked him to stand up for me at my wedding.
Chito, you keep an eye on him. I'm going to see that Paul gets safely over at the ranch, and I'll be right back, and we'll cart this fellow off to the sheriff.
See, that I would like very much, amigo.
I'm out. What's the matter? Didn't you get him?
No, and they got Joe. I just broke away by the skin of my teeth. Those 2 cowpokes were too smart and too fast for us.
What do you mean they got Joe? Where'd they take him?
I should stick around to find out and maybe give Manning a chance to spot me? If Joe keeps his mouth shut, we're in the clear.
If he does, you stupid ox, we can't afford to take that chance.
Well, I know we hit Manning, but I don't think we killed him.
You think? What with? Well, we gotta catch up with him before Joe talks. And this time I'll be along to see that you don't miss. Go round up some of the boys. I'll go out the back door and meet you outside of town.
Yeah, sure.
Guess Brad's not around. Probably all right to go in. I've been here before. Brad? Hey, Brad! It'll be all right. He'll be back later.
You better let me help you put a dressing on that arm before I leave.
Oh, thanks. I'll get some water. Look around and see if you can find something for bandages.
All right.
something?
Yes. And this fell out with it.
Well, it's Stella's.
Are you sure?
Well, of course, I gave it to her. It's the one she had when she left for Crockerville.
And it was stolen from her on the way back by the men who killed Muldoon. Now it ends up in the house of your best friend. What do you make of it?
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Did Brad Roberts help you blow up that telegraph base?
But that was one thing, the only thing I had anything to do with. This is another.
It's beginning to add up with some other peculiar things. Sit down. Maybe you can fill in some missing links while I tie up that arm of yours.
One, two, three, four white legs. Santa Maria. You, that horse, it is one of those at the doctor's office that disappeared very funny when Tim and Chito chased him all the way from the blow-ups.
You're crazy. Anyhow, that ain't my horse.
And then it belongs to that pal of yours, the one who get away. Don't you like the Chito, you miserable flea on a keg of dynamite? Now he sees how everything she fits. The horse that disappeared and the bloody man that disappeared. And just when that Brad Robert makes it easy for that man to shoot himself in the saloon. Brad Roberts? It is his rancho where they go. Santa Maria. Tim may be right into a trap. Don't you try to vamos while Chito's gone, senor, or he'd do worse than just clunk your miserable skull. He'd bust him wide open.
So beginning with that trick in the saloon to try and get Chito and me off the trail of the wounded man, and ending with finding her purse here, it has to be Roberts. But why? Why would he try and trap you in your first mistake? Promote a feud between you and Terry. And when that didn't work, try and kill you.
Because he's in love with Stella. I guess he always has been.
You think that he figured with you out of the way, why she'd fall for him?
That's right. He'd wanted to marry Stella before I met her. She fell in love with me.
Are you all right?
Sure, I'm all right. What's the matter? Where's the prisoner?
Chito find him. Chito solve everything.
Find who?
The horse with the white legs that wasn't at the doctor's office. He belongs to the killers of Muldoon. And those killers, they work for...
I know. They work for Brad Roberts.
How you know? This time you can't be smarter than Chito. Otherwise, you know you might be in danger here at Roberts' house.
Look, cut the heroics and pile back on that horse. We've got most of the evidence against Roberts.
Well, Tim Chito only come because he think for once he's smarter than his amigo.
I know. Where would I be lots of times without your brains? You fetch that fellow we caught. He's our clincher against Roberts, and bring him here quick. I'll stay with Paul in case Brad shows up.
See, Chito bring the clincher hombre like prompt. Chito bring him.
Here.
And that's where they are, even the Mexican. Practically in your lap, Brad. Right in your own house.
That's sure a break. Especially for you. Come on, before that Mexican tells him enough to make him run.
Clincher hombre. They find him.
How's it feeling?
only 2 horses. Paul would have put his horse in the barn since he's hiding out. Manning! Manning! We know you're in there, Paul, with Holt and that Mexican. If you don't come out in 2 minutes, we're coming after you from all sides.
We haven't got a chance.
Yes, we have one. Chito, they think he's in here with us. Go lock those doors.
Load up what's left of the wire and take it out to the boys.
Senorita! Senorita! Senorita, Tim is in very bad troubles.
And so are you. What did you do with Paul Manning?
Little one, listen to Chito before...
You stormed the jail and searched the whole town for him.
Please, Senorita.
I want Paul Manning.
See, Chito, take it to him, but please bring your men and come before it is too late to catch the killers who kill your father.
You mean you've got Manning and his gunslingers?
See, Senorita, see, but he is innocent. We find the guilty one. But please, little one, hurry.
If you're lying to me, you 10 Romeo, it'll be your neck that's in the noose. Lead the way. Come on, boys.
Torch going and pitch it in that open window.
Burn your own house down?
Why not? Charred embers and human bones can't talk. Now get going.
about Paul Manning, Terry. There's the man you were after. Sorry it had to end this way, but where sometimes things happen.
It's all right, Terry. Lie still. I told you so.
Chito!
But Tim, amigo, why not now?
No, he'll look better on his feet behind bars in the sheriff's office. Come on, you. Here, allow me. After all, I'm the best man. Where do you think you're going?
On a honeymoon. Never have I been on a honeymoon before.
Adios. Goodbye.
Did I do something wrong again, amigo?
As usual.
You couldn't do anything wrong. Not with a name like Rafferty.